everybody, this is Dave the Rave roving the rock here, and today I'm at Brodick Ferry Terminal and I'm waiting for some fast cars to come off the boat. There's a car meet along at the wine port near the castle today. It's called Arran Cars And Coffee, and it's been organised by Graham Chappell's son Carter. He's a real car fanatic, and as is his dad as well, of course. His dad's got a Ford Mustang, and so it's just a happy meeting of like-minded people with unusual or fast cars. And so I'm hoping I'm going to see someone coming off, because the meeting's at 11 o'clock along at the wine port today. And a lot of the cars I think will come off this boat here, but we'll just wait and see what does arrive and give it a time to come. A nice day for it anyway. Here we have a Jaguar E-Type. Nice one, see if we get away without them. What is that? Dodge? It's a bit like a Dodge Charger or something, not sure. Anyway, nice one. Sounds amazing. I'll find out what it is, of course, when we get there. I'm just guessing. Whoa, there's another one. Right, you can guess what this one is. The Lotus. Nice one, eh? We're an Alpine. We're an Alpine. Nice one. It's an MX5. It's a souped up MX5. That's right. It's the Ayrshire MX5 owners meet. They came over today, I heard that. Yeah, there's an original MX5 with the pop-up lights. Nice one. No. Porsche. Yeah. Wow. Porsche. MX5. Iron Robin. Ferrari. Smashing. Some good cars coming off here. I think the elbow will be in the Reliant Robin. Hello everybody, this is Dave the Rave roving the rock here, and I'm at Carter and Graham Chappell's car meeting of like-minded car enthusiasts, and they've just met at the wine port in Brodick, just at the start to the walk up Goat Fell. It's a beautiful sunny day. I'll just show you right the way around here. We're in the car park here, and this area has been ribboned off for these cars, and also we've got the MX5 owners, Ayrshire MX5 owners club up at the top of the car park as well. And I'm just going to go around all these cars and enjoy looking at them. So let's go over this wee bit of tape here. 1 second. Right, we'll start with this one. The Sea Cobra. Absolutely gorgeous. This is in as new condition. Look at the inside of this. A rocket. Beautiful engine. It's worth taking the time to look around these cars properly. AC Cobra 427. Beautiful. Okay. That is a nice place to sit. It's Dusty. It's Dusty. Oh, Dusty dog. Oh, you were a beautiful dog. You were a beautiful dog. Oh, Dusty. Oh, you were beautiful. Yes, you were. You're a beautiful doggy. Dusty, you coming back for another look? You coming for another look? Dusty, you're beautiful. You were. They might be filming cars today, not dogs. Okay, good dog. This is Graham Chappell's Ford Mustang. Again, pristine. He's just talking to Bob Brass about it there. I like the colour as well. I'll just have a wee look in the window. And it's the Bullet, Ford Mustang Bullet. Even says that in the middle of the steering wheel.
MX5 over there. Dog see you, dog see you. Hello. Come on.
Good. Yes, I'm loving it. Oh, Dusty, you follow me everywhere, Dusty dog. Oh, you are good. Yes, you are. Oh, you are. You're a good doggy. Yes. Oh, Dusty, I've got to go. Right. Next, we've got Bob Brass's Austin Healey 3000, Mark 1, 1959. I've seen both these last two cars because they're both island cars quite a bit. 3000. It says Chasing the Haggis 1998 to 2015 on the front. There we go. Got the wire wheels, two-tone paint. Not many of them around. Very low to the ground, that's the one thing. You want to think about that when you go over any bumps. There's not a lot of clearance in that car. It's a proper sports car.
18, lovely thing. Yeah, they just drove it.
Isn't that beautiful?
Every time.
We don't make any guarantees.
No, of course not.
Just have a wee look at the inside of it as well.
Why were a zero of them? So I just pick out 10 tickets.
Okay. The next one, Jaguar E-Type. Hi, Colin.
Hello, Mr. Black.
One of the only cars of its day to be able to do 150 miles an hour, although they debated it at the time. V12 engine in most of these examples. I'll just see which model this is. I'll come round the back of this car here. Jaguar E-Type 4.2 engine on this one. I think that was a 6-cylinder from memory. 5.3 was the V12. Oh no, don't be sorry.
I do also have to.
Both of these last two cars are very sought after, expensive motors. This one's a left-hand drive example. Got the wire wheels as well. And that's where you sit.
There's a problem. Just give me a while.
Gosh, it's a long bonnet on that car. Of course they're famous for that, but that is a very, very long bonnet. And actually, it's a work of art, isn't it? Beautiful. Okay, on to the next one. It says welcome to hell on the bonnet stay. There's been a lot of money spent on this car. And I'm not even sure what it is. 6.1 Hemi engine. Challenger. Oh, I said I thought it was a Dodge when it came off the boat. Dodge Challenger. That's what it is. Gosh, look at this. Look at that. That is mean. Partly because you can't see the headlights. Somebody loves this car. SRT 500. No turbo, only real power. I believe it. It's a massive engine. Beautiful muscle car, American muscle car. Of course the last two cars were British, Jaguar and Austin Healey, and from another era. The Ford Mustang's American. What else have we had? The AC Corp, the first one, that was British. So I could actually make the point of talking about which country they come from as well. This one's very much American. It says Ferraris for lunch on the back of it. In fact, I'll show you. We've got Ferraris for lunch. Quadruple exhausts. Challenger SRT8. Lovely. Okay, now we've got a classic Mercedes 280 SL. 2.8 litre engine. This is a German car. I'm thinking it'd be from, I'm only guessing, early 80s. Anyway, about 40 years old or so. In fact, let's just have a look and see. Nice inside. That's a nice front, isn't it? Big Mercedes badge in the front, proudly shown right at the front, middle of the grille. These cars were well made. Quite a lot of these Mercedes are still going. And then we've got a modern car. Volkswagen Golf GTI. Looks nice with the red against the grey. We've got red calipers. Let's have a look inside that. Yep. Modern start, stop buttons and things in there. That's a Dodge again. We'll have a look at this one from the back as well. And this is another German car. Volkswagen is German, the same as Mercedes. GTI, nice looking car. Right, this one, Reliant Robin.
Thought this car was owned by your husband.
Owned by her, not him.
And this is the other end of the scale really. These are fiberglass bodied cars, they don't rust. Very Spartan inside. Made in low volumes. Try and show you inside here. That's better. We'll go get a little look. Not so much of a luxury in there. but very much a classic car. Three-wheeler, of course, if you haven't noticed. I didn't know. One wheel at the front, two at the back. These are British made, and they're quite well known because although they manage fine when you're driving them normally, if you push them, then the tendency is to kind of fall over because the front wheel was just one wheel at the front, so they would be quite frightening if you were going at speed. But they only had a very small engine anyway. Now this is an Arran car again, and this is the man in the kilt that owns it. Citroen 2CV. This is a French car. They've been making these since the Second World War. I've actually filmed this car a couple of times before. The man was telling me it's so light, but they used to make cars. The electric cars now are 2 tons. The non-electric ones are just over a ton. My Corsa is a ton. This is half a ton. This is what they used to have. So we're talking about being eco-friendly. This is a quarter of the weight of a normal electric car. And if it doesn't start, I was just saying, if it doesn't start, this car's light enough that your missus gets out and pushes it. And you got any started, have you? So it does start now. It starts and stops and drives and everything.
That's right. It's actually doing a lot better because I had mainly with that voltage regulator was wrong.
Oh right.
Too much voltage and it was destroying all the electrical bits.
Ah.
So it cost me quite a bit. But no, that's all sorted now. It's
good.
Inverness and
Up to Inverness, eh?
just a couple of weeks ago.
Smashing, you've done well.
And I got to Inverness for 19 quid.
Oh right, how'd you do that? Oh, just because it's a 2C, because it's a 600cc engine, isn't it? 2-cylinder.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it got that worked out at 70 to the gallon.
70 to the gallon.
This is amazing.
Well, I was just saying, this is the eco-friendly car, isn't it? The original, because yeah, it eked out the miles per gallon, and it's so light. It's a quarter of the weight of the modern electric ones. They're 2 tons now. That's half a ton. I looked it up.
Amazing.
This is the way cars should be. Small engine, small and light. Take out all the electric stuff.
It's amazing how easy they are to push.
Yeah. Easy.
I've got it all going great. Well, I've got Peter McAllister next door, so I don't have to worry it. All I have to do is open the bonnet and he's out, and I have to ask him.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. He loves it. And the point is, he can actually achieve things in that car, because nowadays so many cars.
That's right. They just put diagnostics. They put diagnostics on them, and that's all they can. There's no mechanical.
No,
and
it's absolutely brilliant.
From memory, I think the chairs come out of this car, and you can use them as a deck chair.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. I use that for when I stop for a picnic, and that the back chair slides out, and it's like a big couch.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, great.
Smashing. So enjoying yourself so far?
It's not really my thing, but I'd like to go out for a drive, to be honest. I get bored after a while.
I like these cars. I do. I do like them. I like anything that's different, you know.
But I like to see the old motorcycles.
Maybe you need to get a 2CV owners club over here. Just while I'm here, I like the fact that this Reliant says warning, slow moving vehicle in the back, and you don't even know if they're kidding or serious. I don't know who would win the race between the Reliant Robin and the 2CV, because the 2CV's got a very small engine as well. I'll just come around here. 2CV special. There you go. No ordinary 2CV there. And convertible.
Oh, it's a Corolla, so there's no weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically pulling it's a pair of 5 entrances, and you're looking for numbers ending in 5.
There you go. Sitting in the seat for 2CV.
You have to linger to the end.
With this guy above you. And not all these cars can boast that. Give you a suntan while you're driving it. Okay. So that was a French one. This is a British one. Humber Scepter. Paintwork's immaculate in this. The bright work's all shiny and beautiful. Somebody's taking care of this. An old Sea Reg, 1725. Aye, that was the 4-cylinder engine that they had in those days, quite common. So they had that in the Sunbeam as well. Beautiful car. And yours, Bob.
That is mine.
This is yours as well. This is yours as well, is it? Oh, right. Very good. Humber Sceptre. Just have a look in there. Lovely. Because Bob's got the Austin Healey, of course. There you go, Sceptre.
You did a 4-wheel drive as well. But you know, these are your 4-wheel drive with two engines.
1965. So I was just born at that point when this car was made. It's lasted better than I have. Wonder if it's still got all its horsepower, or if it's got kind of creaky knees, creaky suspension, like me. Lovely car, isn't it? I like the chrome on there shining in the sun. That's beautiful.
1936, mate. 56.
Right, here we go. So this one, I'm getting told, 1936, Morris 8. Oh, yeah, I remember. This is Gordon Kinniburgh's from the cheese factory. He got this for his birthday. I remember. He's only just got it. That's what I'm guessing anyway. Yep, July 2023. Came from Mathewson's auction. 908. It goes at 58 miles an hour. I've only had it at 45. There you go. Convertible. Lovely. I do like convertibles, I have to say. Spare wheel on the back. Big running boards. It's a nice old car. And then a Jaguar XKR. I've always liked these cars. I do remember reading that the thing about these Jaguars is that the boot always had to be big enough to take golf bags in it. I think it was 4 sets of golf clubs was the idea. So they always had to have a big boot because it was a sports tourer rather than an out and out kind of racing car. It's meant to propel you at great speed very comfortably, that's the idea, and you can go to your golf. Convertible again, lovely. I like the tan leather. That's a nice place to sit. I used to have something kind of similar with the MX5 with the tan leather. It's very comfortable. I like the colour. I'm assuming it's British Racing Green. I'm not actually sure. Looks nice. It says supercharged in the front, which always helps, doesn't it? Supercharged. Sounds good. Can't go wrong with a bit of supercharging. That's nice. Okay. So, I think we'll wander over this direction. Now I know this MG is sitting on its own, and I can't say I even know if it's in this meet here, because it's on its own, but I'm still going to say it is. I like the MGs. I didn't tell you, so Jaguar's a British make, of course, and so is the MG. Until they stop making them. Got a Porsche over here, Boxster. I'll just have a wee scan round and show you what's going on everywhere. There you go. Somebody started up their engine over there as well. Sounds great. I think it's the Cobra. In fact, I think I'll go over there and then I'll come back to Porsche. 1 second. Alright. Fine, thanks. Filmer. Not official though. Just mess about.
Exactly. Can I wait weeks? The MX5 guys are really proud of it.
I'll get back to the task in hand here, I think. Over to the Porsche, got distracted there.
He got about with the sneezes and just whoop, right off the edge. That was it, John. Absolutely. Oh, aye.
There we go. Porsche Boxster S. German car. Quite modern. Another convertible. 2-seater. Nice simple lines. Clean. Okay, Nissan GTR. This car's a rocket. Massive quadruple exhausts on the bottom. You're not messing about with this. Enormous wheels. Look at the size of those wheels. Maybe you can see in the window, but not too many shadows and things. Now I've got a big puddle in front of me, so I'll go over this way a little bit and I'll get the film of the car from the other side.
If I don't look at him, he can't see me.
Yeah. Nissan GTR. Look at the width of that tyre as well, at the front, where it's turned out. That's a Japanese car. Okay, now I'm on to the Mazda MX5 Owners Club cars. Okay, this next car is a Toyota MR2. Twin cam 16 turbo it says. And we've got the engine in here this time. It's what you call mid-engine, I think. These are fast cars as well. Another Japanese vehicle. I'll just come round the front because just to give you an idea of what it looks like from the front with the pop-up headlights. And this is what you call a targa top. It's not quite a convertible, but it's got these lift out panels at the top, so you still get the sunshine in. Okay. Have a quick look back and see how everything's going over there. We'll come over here. This is the MX5 corner with the BMW as well in the corner. Mazda MX5s, made in Japan. I had one exactly the same as this for 8 years. Same colour, everything, same model. Mine had a 1.8 engine. It put a smile on my face every time I got in it, I have to say. And it lasted well. We'll have a look and see. The only difference, mine had a tan interior, and this one's got the bars at the back, rollover bars at the back, which I didn't have. That's the MX5. A lot of fun, these cars. From memory, I think they're the best selling sports car of all time. Ayrshire MX5ers and Car Club. There you go, it says that in the back of the window here. 1.8 IS Mazda MX5. Very fancy wheels. And that's you can see them in the cartoons sometimes with these things, where they're driving along and then these spikes come out. In fact, I think James Bond had a car like that. The spikes come out and you get your tyre punctured. That happened in the film Grease as well, actually, didn't it? Is it inside? Right. Okay. Yep, pop-up headlights. That's what the Mark 1 MX5s had. Some people would say that they're the better looking. The original design are based on a Lotus Elan, I think it was. And but it's sold in much larger numbers. This is a nice one. This one actually says MX5 on the number plate. So I suppose MX5 will be the actual number plate.
If it is, it must be worth more.
It'll be worth all the cars put together. And then some. Just have a look inside here. There's the MX5ers. I saw you all coming off the boat. Ah, it's great to see you here. You got a cracking day for it. I just do a wee bit of filming and I put it on YouTube and Facebook. So I'm just. Yeah, as soon as I get home. I had an MX5 myself for 8 years and they're just amazing cars. They always put a smile on my face no matter what, because you know, even driving slowly.
It's so nice.
You got any cards on you, mate?
No, mate, I just mess about.
What's your YouTube channel?
Dave the Rave, Roving the Rock, with the rock being Arran. Dave the Rave, Roving the Rock. I used to drive these cars with the hood down, because as long as you stay over 30 miles an hour, you didn't. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm talking about. And I taught someone to drive in mine, and he would insist the hood being down even in the dark.
Oh, often, all the time.
They're great fun, aren't they?
Aye.
You got a good day, so I'm glad the boat didn't sink. Well, that'd be bad. Well, they're still making MX5, so assuming you survived it, you could always get the insurance to get a new one. Anyway, nice to see you over here. I hope you come back again.
Quite well for the first attempt, first viewing. Yeah.
But we go a wee drive round the island or anything when you're here? A wee bit? Aye, aye. Quite right too, quite right.
Ferry?
5:25 or something. We're 25.
You just got to make sure at least half an hour before your departure, that's all. Yeah. Okay, next one. Again, pop-up headlights. Keep it straight, it says in the bottom there. Very low to the ground, this one. Have to be careful on the bumps. Lovely paintwork though. I got a smiley face in the headlight. That's nice. Wow, look at the inside on this one. Gosh. It says Night Rider in there. Wow, never seen anything like that. That is unusual. Gosh, and running boards as well. And a BMW Z3 at the end. German car. I just love the little convertibles. These were competing cars in a way. Similar size, similar power. Even got the wee Scotland flags in that one. Oh no. It's lovely.
The cake's been sold! The cake's been sold!
It's got a tombola addiction.
There's a nice atmosphere here, you know. All I can hear all the way around is just laughter. This is a happy place today. Yeah, more laughter. Are you happy with your car, Gordon? It looks amazing. Oh, you've got the bonnet open now as well. I'll have a look at the engine. Your birthday present.
There's nothing to it. Well, for my birthday, Margot got me a wee stay at a cottage in Pickering for 4 nights. That it was time to coincide with the auction. We went and viewed, and then
Yeah.
I brought that home.
So you knew it was coming for a wee while?
Yes, it took about 2.5 weeks to get organised to get up the road.
Right.
But
I see you've got it.
well, I didn't go. Basically, what she got me was the trip to the auction.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Oh, right.
Go intending to buy anything.
Oh, right.
As you do. So.
Well, the thing is, you work hard, so you deserve it. And I was saying to Bob Brass a minute ago, it's money spent in your passion. It's money well spent. And also, these things, even if you had to justify them with the money spent, which you don't have to with your passions, but actually they'll always have a value anyway.
Well, that's a fact.
But it's just a work of art, isn't it?
But that thing was £6 grand, so it's not like.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Whereas Bob's is an awful lot more.
I had a wee bit of fun trying to look up, see when it was, because when you posted that you got it about a week and a half ago, because you just get a picture of it, so I was actually wondering what it was, you know, I had to kind of work it out.
Well, it was July auction, and it was 147, lot 147.
No, lot 147. And you've had it at 45, but you've not done the 58 that you were saying?
It wouldn't do that.
No.
It wouldn't do that. The engine at the top end seems a wee bit struggling to get to the last of its revs.
Uh-huh.
But I don't care.
No.
You know, I'm quite sure I could get somebody to set it up a wee bit better.
Yeah.
You kind of, so it's only got 3 years, so if you're going
Right.
to set to third, you want it revved up before you change gear.
Oh, right.
So you kind of notice it a wee bit. But I did the 45, I think it was so it'll go.
That's plenty, isn't it? Well, here I think someone's coming out behind us here. Or maybe just come and have a look at your engine.
Yeah, charge on, dude.
So this is how they made engines just before the Second World War. Isn't that amazing? Is that a bottle of oil in there? Shock absorber oil. With a bottle with a little cap on it. Good grief. Amazing. And this is what a Jaguar engine looks like. Because that's the car that's beside it with the supercharged engine. V8. There you go. We've even got tools in a Ducat there. Look at that. That starting handle.
You will do that. Yeah, once it's somewhere on the
Amazing. Very simple engine. Almost a century old. That's the GTR. The engine going.
Sit down again. This is good.
Bob Brass was just telling me this Humber Sceptra here. He only got it last year. But he's already got his red Austin Healey in the garage. That's the car behind there. So the Humber hasn't got anywhere to go, but the Healey's staying in the garage. And so he's going to build a carport. Going to cover up eventually. Gets round to it. A bit of revving going on over here. A GTR. There we go. Well, we'll get a look in the engine here. I think we'll have a look when the man's just lifting it up. It's the fella from the chocolate shop. Almost not enough room in there for that engine.
In the factory, that's his name on the engine.
Is it? What name does it say?
It's quite a second Shizia. Is that it's like almost like Tsunami, but it's Sumi Shizia.
Right, of course, because it's a Japanese car, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right. Hand-built engine. How long have you had it for? 2 years, yeah.
600 brake horsepower.
Is that right, yeah?
Yeah, seriously. That's like 3 times what some of the other cars here are.
Yes, this is like
Gobsmacked by that thing.
going to be hard to beat as far as performance goes, isn't it?
I mean, it's in a different level. It's in a different level from that. And
Yes.
you know, because what this thing has in the driver aids and a technological point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look around. I don't think even the very fast cars we've got over there are kind of classic, aren't they? Like the Cobra and stuff. So this is like easily the fastest car that's here.
There's no contest.
Oh yeah, 6.1, yeah.
possibly.
in a straight line.
Yeah.
You know, it's terms
The Dodge
of
Challenger.
driving performance. This thing's in a
Well,
different
these
level.
things set out to break the Nürburgring.
That's right.
Ah,
The first one came out because we were actually there the week before. We got taken there by Nissan.
right.
All the twins.
Right.
Oh, it was. That was scary.
Excuse me.
Wow.
I'm just going to check my son's already.
Nürburgring. Well, I'll have to look up the performance of these two cars then, just for the fun of it, and see which one is faster. Although I think it's going to be this one. I don't think I've ever seen bigger tyres in a car than this one as well. Massive grip. I'd be frightened. Well, of course that's the thing, but you know, it's your passion. So, I wouldn't have this. You know, I wouldn't have the skill. Basically, that's what it comes down to. So,
Neither do I.
no,
No,
just enjoy having it.
You have to be respectful of that.
Yeah, respectful. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Amazing. So you're keeping this car long term, would you say?
I think so. I had the last one 11 years.
Is that right? Gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, I mean, this is a reward for endeavour, isn't it?
Hopefully.
You work hard, took chances and things, and life's short.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Are you enjoying your day today?
It's fantastic.
It's nice to see these cars here, isn't it? Hey, Becky.
Hi.
Great mix of cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was speaking to the MX5 Bonus Club, and they're having such a nice time. They've already decided they're coming back again. And they're going to drive around the island today as well. Yeah. They're going for like 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock boats and stuff, so
Right.
be here for a couple of hours.
So that's good to see some cars from the mainland as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think the Porsche came over as well.
Yeah. I saw them coming off the boat. I filmed them actually, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, about a dozen cars or something. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think yours will be the fastest, that's what I think.
Okay.
Just while I'm here, I was just hearing that this car's a 3.5 litre. And the reason why is because they did make a 7 litre engine, but it would be so front heavy. It had so more power than the handling could take, really. So this is the ideal kind of power to weight and balance. The 3.5, it's still a rocket, but it's got kind of manageable power in there. 5 per GTS. List price 55,000. Mileage 1800. 1800? My goodness. Lovely. I don't know if I ever came round the front of this car. And Becky. Oh, I've seen you already. Yes, right. Anyway, I'll do it now. With the bonnet open, the Go Faster stripes. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to go and look in a Ford Mustang, since it's got the bonnet open as well. Ford Mustang Bullet. Absolutely packed. Massive engine. Listening to all this laughter. That's what I like.
Revving it, there's a TV screen inside it, there's all these dials, and as you rev it, they all go with all the different levels.
Just the sound of laughter in the air. And all these people that have come here just for one thing. To enjoy cars. There's no money involved.
One day, anyway, one day.
65 Mark II Humber Spectre.
In fact.
When it stops, it's been fun.
Yeah, just having a look at the Dodge while we're at it. I do like this one.
So it's actually it's good for getting off the map and stuff like that. It's got good torque. It's a big graded car. It's probably going to be 1800 weight. So same as
4.2
no,
type.
that's what I'm saying. It was
4.2 type. And then I think it's a charger.
probably
SRT
more American.
Black.
So
Black.
but see what I could do with this is
6.1 damage.
Arran Cars and Coffee.
Oh.
So you get the challenge of thin body on this one, you get the white body, which is wide arches, different.
Get a deck of this, mate.
Obviously, white arches.
Aye. How? See me? Alright. What we do?
So okay, well that's it. Well, I think she was going to say the best car was the white one, but she's actually ended up just saying that
The green attracts everything, so it does.
well, it's maybe the inside. So there we go. So if we're going along with what the wee girl said, the car of the show is the little green Mazda MX5 of the whole show. So I'll give it a bit of extra attention. Cheers. Okay, that's what I was saying. So a little girl I was talking to, and I asked her, Gareth Gregg's daughter, what is the best car in the whole place? She's been round all the cars, and this is the one she chose. The car of the show. The green MX5. There we go. But they're all nice. Got a better view up here. There. Okay, just getting an overview before I leave. I think what I'll do, I'll just turn the microphone around so we can hear laughter here and point it at the people in front of me. And if you can see the Citroen 2CV, he's got his seat out actually. He's sitting in his chair, having taken it out of the car, just like we were talking about. Comes out, use it as a deck chair. That's great, isn't it? That's a good atmosphere.
She's away. Off the gate.
600 horsepower in that car.
Off the gate. She's there. No, it's her.
That's the Tom Brady one coming with there.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna fall out that one.
I don't like you. Yes. Fucking nothing. Right, that is up. Your very first ticket. It's not made mine. No like cakes. I want a cake.
So it was effectively a replica.
A replica, yeah. It looks incredible.
Sorry?
It looks incredible.
Yeah, it's only done 1,800 or just under 1,900 miles. It's been in storage for the last 8 months because we've been moving on to the island.
Oh yeah, and you just moved, did you say this April, was it?
This April, yes.
Yeah.
And just managed to finally clear the garage. And it came over on the Alfred a couple of days ago.
Right. A couple of days ago?
Yeah,
Is that right?
If I was going to...
I saw that going through White Bay a couple of days ago.
That would have been right.
I haven't seen that before. So
Yeah,
that was your car.
that was it, and I literally just got it. So I got it back anyway. And
so you came to the island in April. What made you come here?
We've been coming here for decades. Literally since we were kids, my wife and I, before we knew each other, were coming here. And after the pandemic, we decided that, you know what, I can work from home, and why not? And it's.
So you just fell in love with the place?
Yeah.
And what village are you at?
In Dippin.
Oh, Dippin.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What a great spot.
Yeah, it's nice views, quiet, and it's lovely.
And you've got somewhere to put your car at Dippin, have you?
Luckily, yes.
That's good. That's good.
It needed a bit of work to clear it out. But it can now. It can now be stored safely, which is good, and hopefully survive a winter.
And the thing is, I was hearing about your car from the fella from the chocolate factory that owns the Nissan GTR, and he was saying it's not the 7-litre engine, it's the smaller one because it's sparkling, because the power in the front of the engine, the car, and make it feel happy and stuff.
Exactly. So I test drove a number of them, and the problem with the bigger engines is, one, you get too much power on the back wheels and it just spins them round. But there's also a lot of weight at the front. And what I didn't want when I was driving in the Peak District and the Dales and now on Arran, the roads are not built for that kind of engine. If you're in America, then you've got big flat long roads,
just open it up,
and a big 5, 6, 7-litre engine's a good thing. The other thing, I wanted to be able to work on it, so it's a 3.5 Rover. You can get parts all over the world for it.
A V8 3.5, I remember it.
It was in the Range Rover, in the Vitesse, it was in pretty much any Rover car where there was a V8, and it was
for many years. We're talking at least 20 years at least they had that engine, didn't they?
Exactly, and that means that parts are easy, and it's just like a big Meccano set. And if I need to, I can take it to a mobile mechanic or to a garage, and they'll be able to easily work on it. And
smashing.
That appeals.
That's plenty of power, especially in a 2-seater sports car.
Exactly.
It's going to be a rocket in any case.
It weighs 850 odd kilogram.
Oh, right, nice and light,
0 to 60 in just over 5.
Just over 5. So that's the kind of, that was the benchmark when I was younger. I remember 5 seconds was the benchmark for a supercar.
Nowadays it's a bit different, I suppose. But as you say, it was 5 seconds was quite a big thing.
Yeah.
But again, on the roads on Arran, you're not going to do those kind of speeds.
No.
It's for me touring, and people will see me around smoking a cigar, hopefully. And,
oh, good.
And enjoying it. So
I know it's not the same car, but I had an MX5, and I used to just enjoy driving it at any speed. You know, it just puts a smile on your face, and this is definitely going to put a smile on your face.
Oh yes,
it's lovely. Yeah.
And in the winter, I've got lots of spare time where I can just polish it if I'm not driving it.
Yeah. Good, nice one. I think it's a work of art at the front in particular. I just love how it looks like a race car. I always have with the Cobra.
Yeah,
you know.
Like the curves on it.
Yeah.
This and the E-Type, the curves are just special.
Yeah. That's what I think. It's a beautiful car. It's a work of art, isn't it?
And my son picked the colour. My son's in a wheelchair and he's autistic, and he's very particular on his cars. It's just one of his things. And so yeah, he picked the colour, and the factory matched that colour for me. Right. There's a nice special link for me and the kids.
Smashing. And he's been in it, and he's up at dipping. He's enjoying dipping.
He very much is. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Nice one. Okay. There's the wine port and all the cars. And just in the corner here, there's this old AJS. I just thought you'd have a quick look at that before we go. I know we're concentrating on cars today. It's a nice old motorbike.
I don't like cheese allergic to it, so I have to go get now I've stripped all the veg today and clean all the house.
Sounds mean, doesn't it? Nice.
And then you can put that in your Christmas wish list.
I would say anything. This place is getting busier now.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's going to be good.
So we're going to have one.
Okay.
I know you're going to be busy. I know David Kenny is very Camaro, but I know there's
Okay, I think that'll do it for today. We'll close with Graham Chappell, organiser. That is Ford Mustang Bullet. Successful day, no question about that. Well done, Carter. Dave the Rave, Roving the Rock, over and out.